Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today we wanted to share with you one of the ways we do budget vacations. Now, this budget vacation video is going to be based on wanting to go to the ocean and stay in a cabin. Now, this is a primitive cabin, and honey, where are we at?
Carolina Beach State Park.
Yep, so state parks are a great resource if you want to do a vacation on a budget. But even we were kind of stunned how cheap this is going and how cheap this is going to be. Now, we will get into all the numbers later in the video, so if you want to go ahead and skip forward to check that out, feel free. But we're going to walk you through exactly how we did this, and I think you're going to be greatly surprised when you see the number. And for those of you that say, oh, I can't afford to do a vacation, you better take a moment and rethink that. So, let's get into the accommodations first. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to say is it's important to note that we have a Honda Fit to drive down here, so our gas is probably going to be cheaper than most. We also did not bring any of our kids with us because they're all grown up, and the grandkids are not grown up enough. So came down in the Honda Fit, saved us tons of gas. Now we are from Ohio, so you know, it's quite a few miles. So we are staying in the Longleaf cabin number 39, and as you can see, it's a nice little primitive cabin. Has some Adirondack chairs outside and a nice picnic table, grill, and fire ring. Now that trail right there goes back to one of the trails that goes through the entire park, and it gives you a nice area to enjoy the outdoors. But let's go ahead and go inside and we'll show you some more.
Come on in, guys.
Alright, so as we step in the door, you'll see our bed that my wife actually made so nicely. But as we do come in, I want to show you, we brought an air mattress to stack under the mattress. It's just a little $20 one. It's nothing special. You do have to bring your own linens to this primitive cabin, so that's something to think about. But as we turn this way, you have an air conditioner and heater. I'm not sure if this is a year-round cabin, but I'm pretty sure it is. Now, here you have a TV we brought. This is a super cheap one. You don't need to do this, but it is nice to kind of have it here. There is no Wi-Fi here, so we've been running it off our phones, but I know there are local channels, so should you bring an antenna and stick it in the window, you should be able to get TV. So as we continue on, in the back room here, there's dual bunk bed setup. And they do come with these little benches, and each room has a wall with a kind of tabletop. It actually has become very useful. But these, once again, you have to bring your own linens. But another thing is, they're not exactly full length here. They're plenty to sleep on, but an adult would feel a little bit squished because it's not even actually a single bed. I don't think anyone would really mind though. Now, as you can see, we are glamping, and it's just a bomb of stuff, from lotions and hair products for my wife, our clothes, whatever. Here's the basics of what saves us money. Air fryer, coffee maker, adult beverages, because you know you need those if there's no kids involved. But those are the ways that we save, because we eat from here and then go out. We still will go out to eat once or twice, but it's not a lot of going out to eat or a lot of going out and getting drinks.
Alright guys, so I guess it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, as you noticed in the cabin tour, there is no restroom. It is a primitive cabin, and that means you have to go to the bathhouse to take your showers and to use the restroom. Now, different state parks, some of them may be closer, some of them may be further away, some a little bit more of an inconvenience, and some not so bad. So whenever you're picking out your site, make sure you're looking at the map to get as close as you want to be. That may be a big inconvenience for some people, but let's go take a look at the facilities. They actually have really nice facilities here. They have 2 bathhouses.
So as we walk you guys to the bathhouse, we wanted to take a moment and let you know there's plenty of other things to do in the state park to keep busy. You don't actually have to leave. You can bike up and down the actual roads here. They have stuff you can rent at the marina. You can bring kayaks, obviously. The fishing license for out-of-state people is not real bad here.
Very affordable.
But there's trails all through here that you could hike that would honestly keep you busy for quite a while. They actually go out by the bay and all that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yes. Now, it is important to note there is no swimming.
There is absolutely no swimming in this state park at all. And they make that very clear to you. But
the beach is super close.
yeah, literally like a mile or 2 away. You could actually bike to it if you wanted. But let's check out the bathhouse. Alright guys, so as we come in the bathhouse, they have a system that kicks on to ventilate automatically. But it's pretty basic, very clean. Honestly, it has like a wash down system they come in and do where everything just gets washed and pushed to the floor. Real nice shower setups. Now, they have handicap accessible ones that are even better. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of filming in here because obviously people need to use the restroom, but they do a good job and it smells really good comparatively to other ones we've stayed at.
Yes. Very nice shower houses.
All right guys, so another option is to get a regular camping spot. Say you wanted to bring a tent, this would be a cheaper option, or maybe you've got a little trailer. But this is a non-electric site. They do have electric sites. Later in the video when we're talking about money, we will let you guys know what the total actual cost of these a night is here at Carolina Beach State Park. Alright guys, so we showed you all around the property here and things you can do here, but let's talk about the main reason why we come down here, and that's to go to the beach. Because that is one of our favorite things to do. We like to come out, feel the warmth of the sand, the sea breeze, and then be able to turn around, go out and run around in the water, swim a little bit, come back, sit back down, dry off, warm up, and just enjoy. Now we are here in the end of May, which is a little chilly still for water temperature, but we really enjoy it. It's very refreshing. And it's also very nice to go down and be able to walk along the water at night because there's less people down here, and we can just hold hands and walk down the beach in the dark, and it's just an amazing experience. Now, with all that said, you're gonna have less people here this time of year than other times of year. So the beaches are pretty empty, honestly.
Yeah, it's really nice because you can get a spot in no time.
And you also have the benefit, which here down by Wilmington, by Carolina Beach, it tends to not be real busy anywhere, anytime anyways. But especially now, restaurants are like, boom, got it done. You don't have to wait in long lines. It's actually really nice. Mm-hmm. Now, Let's talk money, because you know everybody's waiting to hear about the money part of this. And just so you know, this is not a clickbait video.
I think everyone is going to be amazed for 2023 what we did this vacation on.
Yeah, because we outdid ourselves this time, and we didn't really try. Now, I want to be fair and start off by saying we have a Honda Fit, and we don't have a bunch of kids with us, so our cost is lower, but this still could be done extremely cheap, no matter what you have. So if you're a person that says, I can't do a vacation, get ready to listen to these numbers, and I'll show you how it's done, and maybe it's just you don't want to do a vacation like this. So, first thing, Honda Fit requires some fuel to come down here, fuel to run around, and fuel to go home. So adding in what we came down to turn it into what will go home, how much are we going to end up spending round trip and run around money down here to drive our 2 miles to the beach or 3 miles to the grocery store, whatever? What's it going to cost us altogether?
So we get approximately 37 miles to the gallon. So it's going to cost us approximately $100, and that is down here, running around, and all the way back home.
Yeah. Now, obviously we haven't gone back home yet, but that's an approximation based on it actually took us less than $30-some to get down here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we've got rooms of margin on all these numbers, guys. So, gas is very low for us, but it could be very low for you guys too. I mean, it doesn't get that kind of gas mileage in town, so you could get down here at a reasonable cost, depending upon where you live, especially. Next biggest thing is food. We all got to eat, and once again, if you've got a bigger family than ours, it may be more. But we actually have a little bit padded in our budget because we like to have a few adult beverages. We like to make our punch. But let's sit down and go through some big cost-saving ways. The first one is, how did we eat on our way down here, and how are we going to eat on our way home, honey?
So instead of going out to restaurants, we're going to I go to the clearance rack, get a couple loaves of bread, some bologna and cheese, and we do that, and we make sandwiches on the way down here, and we will make them on the way back.
Now, when she says go to the clearance rack, she means like at Walmart, they have a rack usually in the back that has their French bread that's like day old or something. We get them for like 89 cents. You're basically making a giant sub for a few dollars. So how much did that cost us?
So it'll cost us approximately $10 down here and the trip back.
So our food for down here, which we ate 2 big old subs coming down here,
subs.
and we're going to eat 2 big subs going home, is going to be $10. So think about that. The whole ride, $10. Now, next one. We agreed we'd rather have one big meal out to eat here this time rather than 2 smaller ones. So we went out and had some seafood. And honey, with tip, what did that cost us?
$80.
That's right. So it was a really nice, big, expensive meal. So we went ahead and spent the money, and we ended up getting $80 worth of food with the tip for a big seafood meal. I think it was very much worth it. I'm glad we did that rather than do smaller.
And we normally do that at least once every time we go out.
Yeah, every time we go on vacation, we have one big meal out. Usually if we have the kids or somebody with us, we end up paying, so the bill is usually a lot higher, but that's kind of like our thing we do. Now, next would be the grocery store, and this is where we get most of our food. Now, we're not eating crap, I mean, it's not like we're not eating good. We did a big box of hamburgers, frozen hamburgers. We did a big thing of locally sourced sausages. Smoked sausages that were locally made, as well as salad with bacon bits and all kinds of stuff in it, croutons. We did do some chips and some cookies and some munchy stuffs, but generally good eating meals that we could cook in the air fryer that we brought with us.
Right.
So when you look at it that way, it doesn't sound like much, but my wife's been making like big old burgers with like ketchup, tomato, mustard, lettuce. I mean, real food, guys. Good sliced pickles. So good food. Now, honey, how much did we spend for the whole trip at the grocery store?
$130.
Okay, $130 to feed 2 of us for this entire trip, guys, as far as grocery store. And we're taking food home with us. Right. So that should tell you. Now, the next one, you don't have to do. Obviously, if you were chasing little kids, you probably wouldn't mess with this too much. All of our kids are grown. I mean, if we were chasing grandkids, this probably wouldn't be much of a cost. But adult beverages and drinks. Now, before we get into those two things, you need to know we brought coffee down with us from our house. So there's no coffee cost in that. We make our own coffee. We have thermoses with us. We have big insulated cups. We don't go out and buy coffee generally. So some people that may be different, we don't. So that saved us a bunch of money. But when we're talking about our adult beverages, which we made 2 gallons, we are taking some home, guys. We aren't lushes, I swear. We made 2 gallons of our beach punch, is what we call it, with 2 kinds of rum and Tapatico. Tapatico 0 calorie, like orange punch drink. That's the base. So, honey, with that, and then we had a Fanta and a few other things. What did that cost altogether?
Approximately $40.
All right. So, you got $40 in all of our entertainment drinks, we'll call them. But it was something that we like to do. We enjoy it. It's comforting for us when we go on these trips to make our normal punch. Whether we put alcohol in or not, we still drink the punch. And it's just something we do while we're at the beach. It's kind of like some people like margaritas. Now, lodging. We could have gone different ways, guys. We could have saved money, but I'm glad we did what we did because I've enjoyed it. But, honey, break down the cost of this cabin.
So we did 4 nights, 5 days, and it cost us $220 for the cabin and a $15 service fee for a total of $235 for the whole stay.
Yep. So $235. You're 2 miles from the beach, literally miles from anything you could need close by. But I wanted to really touch base on this, and I'm referring to her list over here because we can't remember all these numbers. If we wanted to do this different, because we have another channel where we did backpacking, all kinds of stuff. So we have tents, we have equipment, hammocks, and I'm in the process of building a camper as we speak, actually. If we wanted an electric camping site here, which they're huge down here.
Huge.
They're $36 a night. And then the non-electric are $26 a night. Now, mind you, we have, stuff to make it so we don't need electric. And we also have our solar generator that we can use if we did need electric. But I'm just making the point of, even if you were to come down here with a family and want to save money, you could buy a big tent for like $50 at Walmart. Or a couple of the small $29 tents at Walmart and make this a vacation. And
I will say these campsites here are super nice because they're super private.
Yeah, and they're big. They are big. There's not like a person right next door to you. There's woods between you.
Super nice.
And they tuck them back in enough that you have a lot of privacy. And you use the same bathhouse as you do with the cabin. Now, honestly, if we'd have known this cabin was this big, we probably would have invited others and split the cost of it, because this is a big primitive cabin. This place sleeps 6, even though those beds are skinny. This place sleeps 6 comfortably. So there's lots of opportunity to even save money that way. Now, we have shown you our vacation. And I'm sure when you clicked on this video, you thought, no way, they're leaving something out. But we just went through all the numbers. Now, I do want to put out there that we bought a clearance, screened-in 12x12 building for $29 at Dick's down here, because we are investing in other kinds of trips in the future, and that was part of it, and I couldn't pass that deal up. So we are spending other money down here, but it wasn't on this trip. So I just wanted to have that out there so people don't think that, we're not holding back. And I don't think we've had a night where I haven't been stuffed when I went to bed, to be honest.
Yeah.
We brought our own TVs, so we've been watching a little bit of TV in the evening, editing videos, which if you saw this mess over here, you'd see what a mess of wires from us editing on
Tony
this.
still has to work.
Yeah, I still got to keep getting it done. But life is not all it seems. When you feel downtrodden that you can't take your family on a vacation or your significant other on vacation, there's ways, guys. Look, because we actually, by seeing these prices, went back and checked. Do you realize back at Lake Hope State Park, they've got camping spots for $21.
Yes.
$21, guys, a night.
So if you're willing to stay in a tent or do a primitive cabin, there's lots of options out there.
And there'll be more options because we're going to do more videos because we've got multiple trips planned out this year and they're all on a budget and they're all amazing and they're all different. So make sure you subscribe so you can see all of our upcoming video. Make sure you go down, hit the notification bell so all those videos will pop up and feed them right to you. Give us a like, comment, let us know what you think of our vacation. Could you handle staying in this cabin 2 miles from the beach for what we paid for it? Tell us if you know there's other places to have good deals because
for sure,
we might need some more vacation time. As we work and progress towards our own financial independence, we are finding ways to still stay within a very tight budget to get there faster, but yet still enjoy life. And with that said, I need to go sit outside, hold my wife's hand, sip on some coffee until she makes me come back inside and start editing this video. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my vacation. And I hope you guys are enjoying everything that's going on your summer. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.